Robots. Robots are mechanical and precise. They are cold, they are calculating, and they are perfect for executing repetitive tasks which involve no creativity. Can people be like this too? From the time I could walk, I knew I was in love with biology. I was fascinated with everything from dinosaurs to ants. But I kept myself away from doing actual scientific work. I knew scientists were cold and unemotional robots. Because science is based on evidence, it strives for objectivity. That means judgments on these cookies are based on what you can see, smell, taste, hear, and touch, and are not influenced by emotions or personal choice. That sounds like a computer to me. Input data, get results, beep boop beep. What I didn't realize was that science is very human. These methods of science are not harmed by humanity, but actually thrive on passion and creativity. Both sides of this coin became clear when I began my own work over the summer at Harbor Branch Oceanographic Institute under the guidance of Dr. John Scarpa. My goal was to determine how well clams could live in different intensity levels of saltwater. I was to divide the clams into different tanks of water and observe their ability to survive. Just toss clams in a bucket and watch, right? Not even close. All of the clams were given numbers and randomly assigned to different tanks. Why was this important? If I wanted to make sure a certain tank would survive, I would place all the biggest, healthiest, and strongest ones in there. Sure, my one tank would probably outlive everyone else, but the experiment would have gone bad. All tanks and clams went through the same level of objectivity. It would be required that all tanks were cleaned on the same day, they were fed at the same time and the same amount, and all measurements were taken with the same tools. Those restrictions acted to remove as much subjectivity and personal opinion as possible. It made sure everyone was equal. So what about the other side of the scientific coin? The side where a scientist's passion, creativity, and drive comes into play. We understood just where and when personal opinion could alter the outcome, and creating these fail-safes in our system required a high level of human ingenuity and intuition. Robots can't do that. It was like a giant puzzle, and the ability to think outside of the box was the only way to get our solutions. The most amount of good old-fashioned human subjectivity I experienced was in the form of my own personal motivation. It was my desire to take this project from beginning to end, and I found a drive to discover that was created from diving into the unknown. Every day was a new day with those clams. I didn't know what to expect. All this combined into a desire that pushed me to do science, and I was not alone. Everyone I met during my stay at Harbor Branch was motivated just like me, from their love of the animals they worked with, to a desire to restore the Indian River to its natural beauty, to a pure enjoyment of discovering the unknown. They all had a passion that brought them together. I met dozens of scientists. I didn't meet one robot.